Hi everyone, today I am joined by Simone and she is a previous past client of mine. Today I'm going to ask her a few questions about her experience with seeing me and how it's changed her life. So thank you for joining me today, Simone. It's really appreciated.
You're welcome.
So before you came to see me, what were some of the issues that you had? What were some of the things that you faced or could or couldn't do?
My main issue was being scared of flying. I had major issues actually getting on a plane. I suffered mainly palpitations. I used to sweat. I used to cry. I passed out on planes.
Wow.
I just had major issues actually flying, getting on a plane.
So you could fly, you could do it, you forced yourself to do it, but it was
I forced myself to do it because obviously I needed to go on holiday with my family, but I would work myself up for it even once I'd booked it, and I would worry about it for months on end.
So it wouldn't even start when you were on the plane, it would start when you were booking it even.
Yeah, months before, yeah. As soon as I booked it, I would worry about it.
How long had you had these issues?
I think it started when I was 18, when I flew to Florida and we flew through a really bad storm, and that was the start of it. So, and I'm now 48, so a long time.
Had you tried to get this fixed before? What kind of things did you do to try and resolve the kind of issues you had?
I've used self-help books. I'd read things on the internet. I tried alcohol before I got on a plane.
Yeah.
I'd used things like Rescue Remedy. I hadn't resorted to going to the doctors to try anything like diazepam or anything like that, because I was worried about being knocked out, because obviously I have my children with me. So I didn't try anything like that, but mainly tried self-help books was my main thing that I tried.
And did you find any of those worked at all?
Not really, no.
It's a familiar story that I hear, especially ones with self-medication, you know, the tablets or the alcohol, and yeah, it may make you temporarily feel okay, but it doesn't really help in the long run.
No.
Especially like you said, if you have children with you, you know, you need to be alert and kind of aware of what's going on. Before you came to see me, what was your kind of thoughts on hypnosis or hypnotherapy?
I think I was a little skeptical. You kind of see it on the TV, don't you, where you've got the stage show where someone hypnotizes you and you run like a chicken.
Yeah.
I was concerned that I would be put under this spell and I wouldn't know what was going on. That was my main issue, that I would not know what I was doing. That was my main concern.
Yeah, and it's a very common one, but as you are aware, it's nothing like that.
No, absolutely not.
And so, kind of describe your experience with the session that we had. Explain how that was for you and how it felt.
I think the first thing you did to me was explain to me about the subconscious mind and
the conscious mind and the subconscious mind.
Yeah, that's it. And you did the pendulum thing,
yeah,
which I was gobsmacked by, I have to say. And basically the strategies that I could use to help me with my phobia.
So, in the actual session itself, was it within the session that you noticed a change in how you felt, or was it after you noticed?
No, in the session, totally in the session.
What kind of shift was it?
It was actually oh my God, I've been really silly in how I've been feeling, and actually I could change that. I can change how I've been feeling.
Yeah, and we did a technique where we instantly changed the feelings you had, and that's what I like about the initial session is it proves to you that change is possible straight away. And a lot of people say the same things, that they feel a bit silly that they have these problems, but it's not silly at all. You had these issues for a long time, and they were real to you. But it's impressive sometimes how quickly these things can change and how fast they do happen. So tell me a bit more about, after the session that we had, kind of what was the first thing you kind of did to test this fear out?
Okay, so I think I came to you February time.
Yes, it was, yeah.
And I think we then flew in May, and I'd worked myself up, I thought, to go on a plane. And we flew from Bristol Airport, and I'd forgotten to take my rescue remedy with me. Oh, it's okay, I'll get some in the airport. When I got to the airport, they didn't have any. So I'm thinking, oh no, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? But actually, my body wasn't shaking, my stomach wasn't churning. So I thought, actually, I can do this. It's fine. I was fine. I was calm. My palms weren't sweating. I got on the plane, and I was calm. And actually, as we come into land, where we land, I looked out of the window, which is something I never do because I'm usually holding on to the handles, crying with my eyes shut. And I looked out of the window and I said to my husband, do we usually land over the beach like that? And he said, yes, bearing in mind we've travelled to the same place for 13 years. He said, it's always that low. And I said, oh. And he said, oh yeah, you've never looked out of the window before, have you?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was actually looking out of the window, which I've never done before.
Yeah. So you almost went through the mental thought process that it was going to be the same, but your body did something different.
Yeah, it did.
It was only kind of at that point, I think, you probably realised that actually, no, this has changed, and it's not the same as it used to be, which is brilliant. You've sent me a few pictures and a few messages since over the things that you've conquered, because it wasn't just the fear of flying, it was a fear of heights you had as well.
Yeah,
it was all kind of combined. Talk me through some of the stuff that you've been able to do.
Okay, so some of the other things that I hadn't actually realised that I was anxious about were things like, because I've got 2 teenage boys, heights. So we went on the glass walkway in the Tower of London. There's like a glass floor. The first time we did it, they went straight on it, and I was shaking, crying, holding on to the side, saying, come off, don't go on there, don't go on there. I couldn't go anywhere near it. That was before I'd been to see you. After I'd been to see you, we went, and I'm going to do it. I got up there, I thought, no, I can't do it. But actually, I wasn't shaking, I wasn't sweating. No, I can do it. And I stood at the end and I videoed myself walking across it, and I could do it.
Your kind of old pattern and old thought process started, but you soon realised, because your body wasn't doing the same, that actually you were fine. It's really impressive some of the stuff you've been able to do.
We went to the top of the Shard as well, which actually did give me wobbly legs, but I think anybody would have had wobbly legs at the top of there.
Yeah, definitely. I would say so.
The 73rd floor that wobbles like 1 metre either way in the wind.
Yeah, no, I think it's designed to be a bit scary for people.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, you sent me pictures of you doing zip wires and all sorts.
Oh yeah, the zip wire. Yeah, at the adrenaline quarry.
So you really kind of impressed me by how much you pushed yourself and tested this fear out. And it's one of the reasons I wanted to get you on this call, really, just to chat to you, because it's been quite inspiring how much you've looked to actually test this fear and actually do something and keep testing, and you're always doing something new. It's brilliant.
I just think for so long I've not done things, and I've wanted to, because I've got 2 boys who are quite adventurous, and they, oh, come on mum, I need to do this. And I've got you to thank for that, because you've set my mind where actually you can do it, and you've given me those strategies that I can do it.
It can be so powerful, and that's what sometimes people don't realise. It actually does speak to that part of you that is in control of these fears and these phobias, and actually changes them, and you're proof of that. If you were able to talk to yourself and give yourself advice before you were even considering coming to me, what would you say to the old you, or someone in your old position thinking about getting their phobia or anxiety fixed? What would you say to that person?
I wished I'd have done it 5 years before, or even 10 years before. Definitely go and do it, because there's so many things that I wish I'd have done years ago. And definitely go and do it, because there's so many things out there that I'm going to go and do now. Definitely.
Brilliant.
There's nothing to be scared of, and the strategies, I even used one yesterday. I used one yesterday at school. When I was at school, I was feeling a bit anxious. I thought, no, come on, you can do that.
And that's one of the things that I love about doing what I do. It's not just about fixing whatever the issue was there and then on that day. I teach people lifelong techniques that actually you can apply to all sorts. You can apply to your life forever. And like you just said, you used one yesterday, and that's brilliant. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's really appreciated, and hope you have a good rest of the day.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Well,
thank you again.
You're welcome.